OMG. So I just realized that I'm still wearing my morning clothes and I didn't get my presentable shirt on, so I'm still rocking my eBay t-shirt. So I am going to allow some time for people to come in. So y'all just get to see the other jobs show up today. Yeah, that's going to be how it is just right this moment. So I wanted to chat briefly about using tarot to tell the future. You know, kind of in the fortune tellery kind of way, but also kind of talk about some of the nuances of it. But first and foremost, I kind of wanted to touch base with you all because first we got to make sure that I can be seen and I can be heard. So totally let me know in the comments that you can see me or just say hello. It just helps me know that everything is working and everything is coming together. I see the heart. Thank you so much for whoever sent that to me. But just need that comment and then I can move forward. I can move forward. So while you're working on that, sweet peas, I'm going to get me some oil to kind of make me happy on this end. I'm going to wait for this comment to come in. There we go. Sandrine, thank you so much for saying hello, for letting me know that everything is working just fine. So my questions is kind of start off this quick conversation. Do you believe in destiny or free will? Like, what do you think? Do you think it's one over the other? Do you think things are set in stone? Do you think your life is kind of contracted to you? Do you believe in predestination or predetermination or any of those things? Tell me what's your thought structure? What's your belief? I would love to kind of know a little bit more about you all. Hey, Priscilla, thanks so much for coming in. So yeah, totally. Sandrine's a Destiny chick. I love that. Destiny's Child. I love that. I love that. Tell me what else, sweet peas. We got 7 of you gorgeous darlings in here this evening. Tell me what you think. Do you believe in free will or do you believe in destiny? What is your experience? What has life taught you? What do you think? I'd love to know more. And while you're telling me, I'm giving I'm giving myself some more oil. Hi, Christina. So yeah, topic of conversation quickly, if you can. Or do you not know? Maybe you don't know. Both, Tira. I'm kind of in Tira's boat too. Christina thinks destiny. Gotcha. I'm kind of leaning on the both fence. I'm just, in my experience, it seems like the both is kind of in the way of it. Because I've definitely felt those moments when, oh shit, that didn't go the way we had planned it to. And so now we're squirming to get a new plan going. I felt that happen, like in my own life and existence. So Allie is, I'm not sure. I think it's something you're still exploring. So I love being open to it. I love when we allow life experience to kind of show us instead of listening to maybe what's been given to us, that we listen to our experience of things. I'm kind of a big fan of that. Everything happens for a reason. I kind of dig that too. Hell yeah. Everything is pre-written. Gotcha. I want to know, like, where though? Like, that's my secondary question. Like, where is it written? And do we get a chance to see that? Hi, Jacqueline. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. But what I wanted to chat with us today about was using tarot to kind of help in relation to, my earrings are falling out, predicting the future. Because I have a mixed bag with it. Because even though I'm doing this work, right? I am a tarot reader. I work in spirit land. I deal with metaphysical people all the time. I deal with other practitioners in metaphysical world. I'm still kind of experiences showing me it's a mixed bag between destiny and free will. And I don't know if there is one that's heavier than the other. Because I kind of almost believe, like, the same way where nature and nurture both play in regards to the human experience, I think destiny and free will is kind of a mixed bag that plays in the human experience. So I do think that, like, the massive cursors in our life could be, and I'm saying could because, of course, I haven't read the book. I haven't read the book of the life experience that's been handed down by a prior authority. Did somebody call me a beach? Hi, beach? Okay. Because I haven't read the book from the higher authority resource, you know, I like to go off my experience, and my experience feels like, and this is just my point of view, take it, leave it, it's up to you. it feels like a mixed bag of both. It feels like the bigger events in our life are curated, like maybe meeting the person who you have your children with, meeting your spouse, meeting the person that helps you elevate your career. Like these things seem to be like the big, maybe who your parents are. Those seem to be like the big ones that are, I could understand if there was some predestination on, but there's some other elements that I think that there's like this perpetual wheel being spun depending on the choices that we make. So it's like, for me personally, if I had never gone to Nebraska, I wouldn't have met my son's father. So would my son have been born? It's like question mark, but was me going to Nebraska always part of the stars or the cards per se? So it's like, I don't know. But a couple of things that I do know to be true. And when I use tarot cards, I kind of rely on this philosophy when I'm coaching or educating or counseling anyone. First off, what I've understood or what I've come to understand is that nothing is set in stone. As much as we'd like it to be, as much as we believe it to be, I feel like there's too many spinning wheels for things to be set in stone. I feel like our future is written in sand, to which time is like water that ebbs and flows and washes over the sand that we've drawn on, erodes the castles that we have built, builds other things that we didn't even know exist, feeds nature and feeds life. Like that is a Abby philosophy. And, feel free to adopt. I don't mind. It's for free. But I feel like nothing is literally set in stone. Our past is set in stone because that is what has occurred. That is what happened. And even that is subject to interpretation. So it's like, that's the closest thing to stone that I understand is the stuff that has happened in our past. So when I'm using tarot, I feel like I'm using tarot to look at possible projections, not literally what is going to happen tomorrow, but maybe based on current circumstances, the forecast weather says this. And I mean, that's just my experience. That's what I'm showing. Like a choose your own adventure. Hell yes! That's actually a brilliant way to put it. I believe, yes, choose your own adventure book. That is epic. Like those bigger stones, I feel like it's a choose your own adventure. I love that. I am a big proponent of free will because it's like in everything, in every, philosophy that I understand, any religious doctrine that I understand. Hell, I grew up Catholic for Pete's sakes. Everything talked about free will. That was like the greatest gift God ever gave us, the universe ever gave us, spirit ever gave us, whatever label we decide to attach to it. The greatest gift that we were ever given that apparently angels didn't even get was free will. And that's freaking amazing. Like we can hear something and go left instead of right. And so with free will, when I'm doing readings and maybe I'm giving less than desirable news, that can be a trigger point or a moment for massive action. Maybe taking a change, maybe doing a stance, change it. Sometimes it is easiest to change it. And sometimes it's not, but at least there's still a free will. We don't have to just bend over and take whatever information or whatever experience is going on for us. I do feel like, however, part of my psychic skill box, my psychic crayon box, I love that, is a skill set in relation to time. And I feel like using that skill set in relation to tarot or with tarot, I'm able to give kind of a likelihood, not likelihood in relation to will something happen or will something not happen. And so even just recently when a friend of mine was talking about getting married, for some reason I knew it wasn't going to happen. Now, I don't go around saying, no, you're not getting married. And I'm always very much the like, yay, we're getting married, awesome. But I didn't know that COVID was going to happen and that no one's getting married, essentially. I mean, we're making nuances for it now, but at the time, no one knew what was going on. So it's like those nudges, those internal brain pops or whatever it happens to be regarding is something going to happen or is something going to happen. It feels like a light going off or a bell ringing, not even literally a bell ringing. It's just like a knowing, and it almost has a knowing with a feel attached to it. Like if you ask me, will such and such happen? And if it's close enough in time, I can probably tell you, yes, it's going to happen. No, it's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. There we go. And that's just a little skill set or talent that I have for myself that's been really quite useful for me, just in my own life and my own practice. I've used it with my own things. So I've been enjoying that skill set and that tool set, and I've been enjoying using it with my clients, using it with you all in understanding will things or will things not happen. I also do find kind of like the predicting the future stuff to kind of be fun and entertaining. Like, there is a laundry list of things that have to happen when you ask me, will I have a baby? There is a laundry list of things that have to go right for anyone to have a baby. So when you tell me or ask me, like, will I or won't I love, like, let's see what happens. Let's see what shows up. Let's see what the cards have to tell us. And then I'm also pulling on my nudges to see, like, what is the projection looking like based on things the way they are right now. And that can give me maybe a yes, maybe a no, or maybe kind of like, things haven't been decided yet because these other things are going on right now. And that turns into the choose your own adventure kind of thing where you're still trying to figure life out. And that's, you know, to me, that's the proverbial spinning wheel, I guess. Some of the big questions that I get all the time are like the will I have a baby? And my concern for people, or when I get that question, is that there seems to be a lack of accountability on the ability to make things happen. So it's like, if you want to have a baby, first and foremost, we don't need to surrender and deliver our options to the universe. We can have a hand in our own creation. Hi, Wendy. We can have a hand in the making of the things that we're looking for. So if we want to have a child, are we doing the things that make us get a child? And luckily we're of an age where there's a lot of things that you can do to get a child. So it's like, yes, you may be wanting a child naturally, but for instance, if naturally isn't coming easily for you, there's adoption, there's in vitro, there's a million other ways in which family can be procured. And so it's like, I'm a big proponent of accountability in that regard. So it's like one of the questions I had just recently, will my life get better? That's such a broad scope of a question with so many spinning wheels to it. It's my first information is always like, are you doing the things that it takes for your life to improve? And so if you don't know what that is, then we have to we have to break it down into chunks. What are the aspects that you want improvement in? Now, what do you need to do to start tackling each aspect at a time? Is it this? Is it that? Is it getting rid of this? Is it stopping doing this? There's a lot that we all still have a hand in to create the life that we want to have. And I refuse to believe that some people are just predestined to have shitty lives. I refuse to believe that. That is, to me, that is like telling me, like, oh my God, I don't even know how to examine that or like how to compare that to anything, because I just refuse to believe that. I feel like our life existence is meant to be happy. Our life existence is meant to enjoy ourselves. And there's no reason why some people are just destined to be miserable. I believe that they can choose to be miserable. I believe that they also can improve themselves and decide to do something different. But that's just from an Abby perspective. This is just from this point of view. And I love how, I love it when I give such firm opinions and then the number drops. That's the way of it, yo. But with everything that I talk about, with everything that I have learned, it's just my philosophy. It's just my point of view. And, you know, you don't have to believe or honor any of it. It's like, take what resonates, definitely leave what doesn't, and then adapt it with your own life experience and your own philosophies and your own upbringing and your own, did I say life experience? I don't even remember if I said that word or not, but adapt anything that is said and make it your own, because this is just one perspective, and this perspective came through my life experience. So using little influences like mine or somebody else's or that person's or this person's, shake and bake it with your own and come up with your own decision or philosophy or structure on, do you believe in free will or do you believe in destiny or some hodgepodge in the middle? Anywho, I'm a middle kind of girl and I believe in massive action. So I'm the person who will always encourage you not to just sit in the middle of the garden to pray that there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds. I'm the person, let's stand up and let's yank some weeds out of the ground. That's who I am. So when you come to me, that is the perspective that I bring of affirmative action, of positive action. There we go. Massive positive action and taking steps to get what you want, not allowing just passivity to take over us. But yeah, that's just an happy point of view. Let me make sure I stay up on the comments that just came in because I saw a few. So Tiara, we talked about the whole choose your own adventure book. I love that. I think that is the epitome of what life can be like. Melinda said very good points. Thank you so much, darling. And Elizabeth asked if I was going to be pulling cards. These are just the chats. These are just the daily chats. I'm limiting the card pulling to Wednesdays as of right now. And random card reading sessions are broadcasted. So I would definitely let you know. It would not be a surprise. You have a delightful way about you. You radiate joy. Thank you. Did you know that my name means source of joy? Like, you literally, my mother told me that when she was at a gas station, she realized she was pregnant. Well, she didn't. She realized she was pregnant, and then she went to go fill up the gas tank in her car. And then she was praying to herself and asking God, what do I name this child? And she heard the word Abigail. And she's like, okay, well, that's great if it's a girl, but what if it's a boy? And she heard the word Abigail. And so I have the name Abigail. It's an old-ass name. But it means source of joy. And I feel like the person who I am lives up to that. And I enjoy that aspect of myself so much. And I enjoy sharing it. That to me brings me joy, is being able to share that and see other people laugh and see other people smile and see other people radiate what we give out. So yeah. But anyway, hi Rochelle, you're just coming in at the last bit when I'm about to head out. But do you have any questions about anything that I just mentioned or anything that I just talked about regarding the topic of destiny and free will? I would love to kind of have a conversation or a discussion about what I just brought up. And if you need me to repeat anything, you can totally let me know that too. Because trust me, I don't mind repeating myself. I don't, except for one of the oils that I have. I don't like repeating myself with one of my oils. One of these days, I'm going to have to use that as like a how well do you know Abby quiz. That might be funny. But anywho, if no one has any questions, then I will roll out. And I mean questions regarding the topic that we just discussed. I'm not pulling tarot cards, so I don't want to disappoint anyone. But yeah, I am here to answer whatever you guys come up with. You sweet souls, giving your thumbs the time to do the thing. What is the thing? Maneuver. Ha ha ha. I can say words. But yeah, I made notes because I want to make sure that I get all my thoughts out. Oh yeah, one of those other questions that I get is, will I find love? Are we allowing it in? All right, sweet peas. Well, I don't see any comments. No one has said anything, so I will go ahead and roll out. If you do have questions about this particular topic, please feel free to throw it in the comments. I read everything. I may not respond to everything, but I read everything. So you all, sweet peas, take care. Have a great evening, and mwah, good night.